my experience with God of War Chains of Olympus. Now, I want to talk about this game because I literally just beat the game, literally earlier today. And I have been playing this game in secret for the past day and a half. All right, the only person that the only person that knows that I even played it at all was probably Chris, because I just told him one day that I was playing it, and I wanted to give this game another chance. Okay, so let me tell you why I decided to give God of War a second chance, because if you've watched my God of War Ascension video, you will know that I did not like that game. Okay, I liked it for a while, but then one puzzle or two, one really hard light puzzle just destroyed the game, right? Not even just the puzzle, but just also like the difficulty, how long the game was, etc., 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 right? I didn't enjoy that shit. And why did I decide to go from that opinion to wanting to play the rest of it all over again? Why? 2 to 3 reasons why, right? Maybe just 2. Look, don't judge me, okay? Don't judge me, okay? Reason number 1. When I saw this clip, alright, I'm going to show y'all. Look, sorry Renee YT, but I have to show them, bro, for context, okay? Go watch the original video. Okay? Go support Chris' original video. Here. This is one of the clips, okay? This was the first reason that got me back in.
Help there, brother.
I watched Chris do this in God of War 4, dude. Taking out the Valkyrie Queen. This boss was hard as shit, bro. And seeing my mans do this, bro, and just look at this reaction. I'm sorry, this is the peak shit on the... Just look at this. Just watch, folks. This is literally the first reason why I wanted to get back in. Right? And one of the main reasons why I wanted to get back in it. Just watching this inspired me, dude. You know, my neighbor's about to get on my dick, but that was the first reason why I wanted to get back into it, was I saw Chris do that, and I was like, you know what? This motherfucker inspired me. Let me go play the God of War games again. Let me go give them a second chance. Let's go. Let's go. That was reason number 1. Reason number 2 was because after God of War Ascension, and everyone I've seen, like, review-wise, video-wise and stuff, everyone I've ever seen that talks about God of War Ascension, everyone says that's the bad God of War you decided to play. You know what I mean? Even people in my chat were telling me God of War Ascension just isn't it. Okay? This game is shit. Now, I didn't know that this game was going to be shit. Okay? All I knew was that this is a God of War game. I wanted to play the God of War games in order. Now I'm kind of saying screw the order, because eventually I'm going to play them all anyway. But welcome Lord Dracon. Welcome Levi. How y'all doing today? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. But anyways, the second reason I wanted to get back in it was because I never really gave Chains of Olympus a proper chance. You know, I never gave Chains of Olympus, Ghost of Sparta, and the other games a chance before just saying, oh, I'm going to write off this whole series. You know what I mean? It would be fair if I at least gave them all a test drive to see which ones I liked, which ones I didn't like. And obviously I like Ragnarok and God of War 4 because I watched Renee play both those entire games. I don't know if I'm ever going to make my experience watching Ronnie YT like play those games and watch him go through it and just seeing him. I don't know, maybe one day, or maybe I'll go through it myself and I'll make a video about my own experience going through it, but we're not there yet. But just, again, I wanted to give Chains of Olympus a proper shot. That was my second reason. But again, two reasons. Renee YT beating that Valkyrie Queen, and me just actually kind of just wanting to get back into it. Because God of War is too fucking cool to kind of just drop because of one of the shittier God of War games, okay? So that's my whole reasoning of why I decided to come back, play God of War Chains of Olympus. Ronnie, you're a goddamn G for kind of inspiring your boy, alright? Because usually it'd be Ronnie that gets inspired by me, you know, and I also get inspired by him, but really, Chris really kind of pulled me out of the darkness. And also the third reason that I keep watching one of the final moments in God of War Valhalla, like, over and over and over again, and hearing that fucking theme song, okay? And I'll tell you the theme song, by the way. The theme song was called Path to Something, and it is just so damn good. The theme that plays when you, at the end of Valhalla, not gonna spoil it, but the theme that plays in that, like, literally just wants to pull me back in and just tells me over and over, we're gonna pull you back in, buddy. But anyways, let's talk about God of War Chains of Olympus. Alright, I'm gonna talk about the full game, its gameplay, and all that other sort of stuff. Like, what are you looking for when you get into the game? What's the story? Basically, the story to this game kind of goes like this, right? It's all about Kratos. He is still running through either the Greece or the Persian pantheon, and he is trying to get shit. He's trying to get everything back in order from Morpheus or something, Morpheus or something like that. One of the gods that is fucking over like Helios and kind of ruining his abilities, etc., etc. This game is based around that, right? And your gameplay is obviously stuff like this, like the hack and slash gameplay, the puzzle gameplay, all that beautiful stuff, right? That's the gameplay that you're going to be seeing, the usual stuff, which obviously, since it's on PSP, you know, it's not going to look quote-unquote as good as the PS3 titles, the PS2. I mean, actually, honestly, Chains of Olympus looks just as good, if not a little bit better or a little bit worse than the PS2 games. Honestly, I don't really care about, like, graphics and everything. I still think God of War Chains of Olympus looks really good. Also, can I just say, the music for Chains of Olympus is actually pretty damn good. And also, let me tell you guys this, no puzzle fucked with me too much. Other than maybe one at the beginning, but other than that, all the puzzles in this game were easy to figure out. They weren't extremely difficult. They didn't make me fucking rage, unlike God of War Ascension, okay? They didn't make me rage quit. They didn't make me do anything, alright? I was just surprised at how I was able to go through it, right? Like, do all the bosses and stuff. By the way, the bosses in this game are actually pretty dang cool. I think I want to show y'all, like, the boss fights. I don't think there was too many of them that were, like, really super omega significant, but other than, like, yeah, there's 28, things of bosses, which, fuck it, okay. You know what I mean? Plus, I'm feeling kind of peak, and I'll show you guys, like, all the bosses, what we're looking forward to, but yeah, that's the story. And also, like, God, and Kratos' side story in this as well is to try to, you know, try to set himself free, erase his past from his mind. That's also another part of the story that this game has to offer. And I'm gonna be honest, if you enjoy God of War, okay, you played the first game, you played the second game, maybe you just played the third, or maybe you even played some of the newer ones, like God of War 4, God of War 5, I would actually recommend you do not skip this one. Mainly because there's important story elements, especially with Kratos' daughter, his first wife, and his first child. There's some important info that you can either read up on or play the game to figure out, so I definitely would recommend that. But yeah, like I said, gameplay, fine. The moves are fucking awesome. I love having the Blades of Chaos. I love having, I can't remember a lot of the other ones. Zeus's Gauntlet, that shit was sick. I love having, I don't know, the fucking shield of Helios or something. The shield, like the sun shield. I love having that. I also loved having, shit, it was like this head thing that allowed enemies to be fucked with. But you had that as well in the game, which again, I can't help but say this, but that, all the moves in this game were amazing. I loved like swapping between weapons and using their respective abilities. It was actually much better than God of War's Ascension's different elements. I always thought the elements in that game were kind of, they were cool at first, but now I'm looking back at it, I'm like, I'd rather have Zeus's Gauntlet from this game. I would rather have, you know, what I had in this game than I did in God of War Ascension. Having everyone's abilities just in your Blades of Chaos is just weird. When the Blades of Chaos is Ares' fucking flames embedded into the weapons and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just weird seeing different elements pop out from them from, like, Ascension. It's just weird. I know I'm talking about two different games at once. Well, it's, you know, I know I'm comparing Chains of Olympus, the PSP game, to a PS3 game. And I know graphic-wise, obviously, Ascension beats it. But, like, I'm just saying, like, the gameplay, the weapons you get, the bosses were pretty cool and simple all at the same time. Not too complicated. I mean, it also depends on what difficulty you put for God of War Chains of Olympus, you know, all the games on. For example, if you want a really easy experience, you can get an easy experience of the game. You know, if you're just wanting to go, this is how I would recommend it, right? For a first-time player that's never ever played a hack-and-slash puzzle-like game, aka games that are God of War, I would recommend you put it on a little bit easier. But if you have played a God of War game before, like God of War 1, God of War 2, God of War 3, any of those, then definitely get used to, you know, not get used to, like get good, I'm not going to tell you that, but you can put on normal or any difficulty higher than that. And if you're just new and you want to start off with normal, then you can go ahead and start out with normal. Again, I'm not sure if you can really change the difficulty once you start your playthrough. I think since this is kind of like an older God of War game, like once you press that difficulty, you can't really lower it or higher it, you know what I'm saying? So like pick your difficulty when you go into this game wisely, because this game can and will kick your ass if you put it on higher difficulties than normal. Even on normal, hell, even on easy you can get your ass kicked, you know, by certain enemies, because there's also enemies that also turn you to stone, and if an enemy hits you while you're in stone, you're immediately insta-killed, you know what I'm saying? So be warned, okay, with what difficulty you put it on. Even on easy, and if you get caught off guard, you can die instantly by obviously jumping off ledge. Like I said, getting turned to stone and dying instantly because of that. Also, boss gimmicks and shit, you can die by those if you don't do the QTE right. You know what I mean? There's a lot of ways you can die in this game. And I know this video is all over the place, but it's just my hype for this game. You know what I mean? I didn't think God of War Chains of Olympus was really going to allow me to really think about it and want me to, like, kind of change that much. Because I'm gonna be straight. There's honestly a lot of bullshit puzzles, obviously, in this series that I'm probably gonna have to go through. Which I still want to find that God of War collection now because of these games. So I'm actually gonna re-get God of War 3 again, even though I broke that. I don't know why. Even me, when I broke God of War Ascension, I was like, why did I bring God of War 3 and wanted to break that too? I should never have touched God of War 3. But it's whatever. It's fine. I don't care. I'll just get it again. That's just how it's gonna be. But anyways, let me show you guys the boss fights. And also, again, bravo to the fucking music of God of War, Chains of Olympus. That shit was raw. Also, and this game is kind of a tearjerker. Spoiler alert, you get to meet up with your daughter Calliope. And I can't remember what land it was, because I am not good with mythology, wordings and sayings and all that stuff. I am not good with that. So if you hear me mess up a God of War name, just be warned, okay? I will fuck up a lot of names, especially ones that are gods of something, 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 okay? I think I even fucked up on Morpheus / Prometheus. I think it was Prometheus, not Morpheus. Prometheus. I think that's what the dude that was fucking over some of the land's name was. Okay, look, like I said, my brain is like all over the place because I just finished Peak, and I want to show y'all Peak. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, let's get to the bosses. Let's get it on, okay? And the reason why I said it's a tearjerker is because of Calliope, meeting her, and then what Kratos has to go through in order to keep going on his journey. It's a little wild. But anyways, let's show you the first boss, by the way. Gaming Ninja, I'm using his footage. This is Basilic, alright? I think Basilic, yeah, basically this thing. Well, not this thing, but you'll see. And you're wondering what the hell that thing is. You know. And honestly, this boss isn't too hard, but it does extend a little bit. Like, for example, you still fight Bassake, like, elsewhere and stuff. You even fight him 2 different times in the game, too, so that's another thing. But anyway, so the Persian King in here, I'm going to quickly go over these, because I don't want, like, show y'all the whole boss, cutscene, whatever. But this Persian King, oh, by the way, one more thing. I have no idea why, but literally to get red orbs, you have to have sex with these girls. I don't know why they have it in there, but I had to point it out because, and you had to follow these Q2Es, you know, like follow, like, stuff for your stick, like rotate the stick a certain direction, or press X, circle to kind of thrust into, okay, I'm not going to explain that anymore. But yeah, you fight this dude, which this dude wasn't even that hard for me, you know, but I got through it. I mean, well, yeah, hey, yo, what's up, Lucas? Welcome to the stream, man. Welcome to the stream. But yeah, the Persian King, he's not shit. I'm gonna be honest, he's not shit. And after that, you fight Besuk again. The same beast, but this time he actually uses full power. Well, not his full power, but, you know. He's more of a boss in this, because he'll bite back at you, you gotta block, you know, your stuff. And obviously you gotta do these cool QTEs, as you can see. Look at this, circle, look at that, square. And by the way, he's playing this on PS3. You can play this on your PS3. You know, you just gotta find the game. I think it was like a digital thing on PS3, but yeah, as you can see, you can kill him like that. Dislocate is, god damn. That was kind of brutal. I'm not even gonna hold. But anyways, Charon, he's a different breed. He's like this death dude, and by the way, his mask right there is the item you get after murking him. And it allows you to multi-hit on enemies, like use your magic meter and multi-hit on enemies. Oh, and also you get another ability, I wasn't sure about it, but I think it's Ares, like a spiritual Ares that punches the ground over and over again. You can level him up to get like this flame shit, which is really fucking cool, by the way. Also, again, the Sun Shield is also really great because it allows you to project projectiles like God of War 4 shield, like ding dong. It allows you to counter hit. And also, this sun ability that allows you to stun enemies, like you have a sun ball and also like throw shit at enemies, like throw a big old stun ball at enemies is also really great. I had to say that because I forgot to mention that earlier, but anyways. So you can fight this dude with or without the gauntlets, you know, but I recommend you fight him with the gauntlets so you can break his regenerative barrier shit that he has. Because it's kind of a struggle that you try to hit him, but you can throw his shit right back at him with this, which is really cool. I like this boss fight. Even if this boss fight looks very simple, not super hard, just make sure you block at the right times and, you know, hit him over and over. Now again, when he does this and you don't have Zeus's freaking gauntlet, because when you have Zeus's gauntlet, you can hit these pillars and completely stop him from regenerating. And then, you know, a little while later, he's dead. Well, actually, you die first because you're not strong enough to beat him. But, like I said, once you fight Charion again and actually do his full fight after going through, like, a lot of Hades as hell, you know, you go through this and you deal with all the bosses right here, aka his actual full power, which I'm going to demonstrate and show y'all with the Zeus Gauntlet. Like I said, the Zeus Gauntlet is sick. Again, I know I'm rambling / going way out of order here, and I apologize, but as you can see, bunch of shit. I'm not gonna lie, using the Zeus Gauntlet, this shit right here, the Zeus Gauntlet right there, that shit made me go fucking feel like Wario, bro. I was like freaking straight up charging my face going, yo, and then you can shock the ground and shit, like, you know, it was kind of cool. It's not like a lightning, well, it is kind of, it is, you know, Zeus is a dude that uses lightning, so it's kind of like a lightning kind of gauntlet, but it's mainly like a gauntlet, so it's like, you get to punch people, and you get to fucking shock people. He even does this little animation where, I think it was R1, or like, not R1, but it was R, like, triangle or something, or R1 circle, and like, he does this little running animation, but kind of holding his hand down, kind of like a Shidori. I'm not sure if Chains of Olympus was actually trying to reference Naruto with that, but seeing Kratos do that shit, like, kind of not hold his arm like this, like a Shidori, but kind of go, Aah! And fucking, you know, wipe enemies out like that was actually really cool. But also a giant like thunderball kind of comes out, so that's why I'm like, that's Chidori. That's Chidori / lightning blade right there, bro. You know, if I've ever seen one. I'm sorry, I'm geeking the fuck out over here a little bit, just a little bit. And also, I did notice, yes, in this game you have to refight some bosses, like fight bosses once or twice, because this game isn't even that long, too. That's another thing. So it makes sense why you'd have to refight some bosses, but, you know, refight the boss at their fullest, not their baby shit. But anyways, like I said, you get this cool segment at the end of this boss fight, though, which is really cool. You press circle. You just beat his shit in so badly that, like, you get his helmet, and then, you know, you find Calliope. But basically, the last boss is Persephone or whatever. I can't really name her name. But basically, at the end of the game here, this is the final boss. But Kratos, what Kratos did was, before this point, Kratos lost all of his abilities that he gained throughout the game. And basically said, I want to be with Calliope. So after Charon, basically, he sees Calliope across the gap, right? And he's like, Calliope! Because, you know, obviously Kratos loves his kid. He runs in after her throughout that whole castle, which is just a bunch of gauntlets of fighting enemies, etc., etc. He finally gets to be with her, but Persephone tells him, if you want to be with Calliope, you have to give up your stuff. So basically, you have to give up being the god of war, ghost of Sparta. You have to give all that shit up if you want to be with her. Basically, he's a regular man, and he gets to be with her, right? And as he was being with her, Persephone explains to Kratos her whole plan. She didn't want to marry Ares. She was in a marriage she was forced not to be in. She was in a marriage that she didn't want to be in and was forced to be in. Her whole life was shit. And basically, she wants to take out the gods of the Olympians by giving Titan the power of Helios. And also with his Titan powers, he could destroy everything, all of mankind with no problem. Right? She wanted to do that. And also she said, I will also die in this process, but at least I will fulfill my goal by murking all of you, by allowing me to suffer. And obviously Kratos could not have that because he needs to get his revenge. He needs to get... He needs to stop this bitch. So what he decided to do was push Calliope away. And also the realm that they were in was also falling apart and shit. Was also like going down, like crumbling. And it was really sad kind of... pulling off Calliope, like mashing circle to pull your child off of you, which is kind of messed up, but it sucks because Kratos had to do it for, you know, to stop this bitch, but at the same time, it's like, maybe he should have been with her, because that was my thought process when looking at that scene. It's like, damn, maybe he really should have stayed with Calliope, so at least Calliope won't be alone, you know what I'm saying? This is really random, but do you play Rec Room? I used to. I have not played it in, like, forever, though. I have not played it in forever because, in my opinion, Rec Room is fun, but it's it's just a bunch of little kids yelling the N-word and stuff, and I don't want to picture what it's like right now in 2024, you know what I'm saying? But I do have, like, one video / short on it on this channel, so you can find it somewhere. But anyways... she was a bitch to fight, alright? Let me tell you why. Persephone was a bitch, and I'm allowed to play. So she talks about this shit. Yeah, this is Persephone's armor / her get-up and shit. By the way, this flying cutscene of you seeing him fly, and this is Titan or Atlas with the ability of Helios' flame power and shit. But you're sitting there probably wondering, how the fuck do I beat her? She's looking tough. She has a lot of moves like kicking rocks. She also has energy powers. It's actually a pretty sick fight. Also pretty damn difficult too. Obviously, on easy mode, it won't be too bad. But, like, on normal, my god. Now the reason why am I showing you this fight? It's because it's the final boss. Awesome stream, thank you. I try. But as you can see, as of damaging her and stuff, you gotta avoid all of her moves and shit. So on and so forth. I don't know why he's not using the gauntlets, but you can get her to half HP. And then this shit will happen when you get her down there, right? So once you get her down to like 50%, she'll do this shit to you. Now you're probably wondering, am I dead? Be with her. She tries to get you in this one tap move that will like immediately knock you out, right? You dodge Atlas's punch. And then you do this shit, which is cool as well. Press X, slam that chain up there so he can stay holding, so he's not a problem anymore. Boom. She brings you back in to whoop ass, and then you continue fighting her. This was the confusing part for me because I never understood that all you had to do was knock the shield back at her. I always thought you had to stand in that little circle and then use your light powers because it looked kind of similar to that, and then use it. So I kind of died on this part a lot. But all you have to do is use your sun shield, reflect her own energy, flick it right back at her, and then you do this shit. Also, make sure you're a great deal far away, otherwise it won't hit. Fucking asshole outside. Honestly, you know what this shit reminds me of? This shit reminds me of Ganondorf versus Link when they're doing the energy tennis and stuff a little bit. That's what this boss reminds me of. By the way, that spinny move is one of Kratos' best in this game. It does so much damage. Yeah, it's literally just energy tennis. And then she'll get effed up by her own moves, so... Dude, just watch this shit. And then she goes on different pillars and she tries doing this other move. By the way, that move, if you get stun locked in that for a period, you just fucking get murked, by the way. I just want to let y'all know, so be careful of that move. That move is dangerous. I don't know why he just keeps... Well, I know why he keeps spinning, but there's also other moves like he could use to damage her quicker. That light beam is annoying right there, as you guys can see. Don't get hit by that either. That's a pain in the neck to... Well, it's not a pain in the neck to dodge, but it's kind of a bitch just to really deal with. But anyways, the sheep falls to the ground. You gotta go there, in the middle. That's when you need to go in the middle. You mass circle, and this is what the shield will do. And I was like, God damn. Then here's the ending of the game. I think it's either Atlas or Kronos. I can't remember the name. I think it was Atlas, but I could be wrong. Someone will probably correct me in the comments of this. But they have a small combo, and they're like, alright.
Perhaps you believe the Olympus will help you. But I ask, will serve them, and they will keep their promise to free me from my past. I ask you, Spartan, what good is the promise of an Olympian? It is all I have, Atlas.
I was right about Kratos. Kratos is in 3. This is Atlas, the dude that's supposed to carry the whole world on his shoulders. Actually, I don't think that is Atlas's job. I think that's somebody else's job that does that, but I could be wrong again. Because God of War also gets stuff differently than actual Greek mythology, so keep that in mind too. But yeah, that's the ending of the game, and basically, he knows he has more years of service to do, and that's pretty much God of War Chains of Olympus in a nutshell. And again, I'm gonna be honest. And by the way, I just need to talk about this. I need to get this out there. God of War Chain of Olympus is easily such a beatable game. And I say this because this game right here is only a good 3 hours long, okay? In comparison to other God of War games that are 4 hours, that are 6 hours, sometimes maybe even 7 to 8. Obviously, God of War 4 and God of War 5 they are obviously like 10 plus hours, 12-hour games, I think. Maybe completing everything will give you an extra 5, 6, 7, 8 hours and stuff. Obviously, you know, new games, they have like that extent. But that's another reason why I love Chain of Olympus so much, is that there isn't too much to the game. You see, in comparison, God of War Ascension is a 6-hour game. Obviously, 3 more hours longer than this one. And to be honest, don't get me wrong, I love a 6-hour long game, but that game failed to keep my interest. God of War Chain of Olympus kept my interest all the way through. There was not a single moment where I've gotten bored of this game. Yes, I got a haircut and I got my mustache shaved, so that's why I'm kind of looking pretty damn different than what a lot of people are used to. Oh, and I forgot to play Minecraft. That's what I was supposed to do, but oh well. I'll play it some other time. I did play it literally yesterday, but this game is good. I definitely recommend it to other people, you know, that wanna give this game a shot. You know what I mean? That want to play like God of War. And honestly, it's cool to play God of War in order, but I would just play God of War in whatever type of games you have. Try and do it this weekend / maybe tomorrow. Alright, I'll try to get Minecraft going and stuff, but yeah, this game was great. Not too many boss fights. Not too many difficult puzzles. What more could I ask for? This is what I wanted in a God of War game. Not too many complicated puzzles that have me look up every fucking thing. Not have me look up everywhere I need to fucking be. Allow me to play the game at my own pace, and allow me not to get stuck on every 5 minutes, and I have myself a great God of War experience. I mean, shit, you can have as many bosses as you like, but as long as you keep them intriguing, keep them interesting, keep the story interesting, the characters, what I'm doing, Kratos' abilities, all that stuff interesting, and not completely overwhelming, and I'm gonna have fun. You know? I think that's why I hated, I also hated God of War Ascension, was because it was fucking overwhelming, you know? Like, doing so much shit and dealing with so many puzzles and all that other sort of stuff, you know, to the point I just fucking had it at the end. But with this game, again, I can't stress that enough. Chain of Olympus just threw all my issues with fucking Ascension out the window and just gave me a good time. In that game, God of War Ascension only took me, let's say, a day and a half to beat. So it's not even, like, that long. Like, it didn't even take me that long, so it definitely shouldn't take you that long. On top of that, if you put it on, like, on easier difficulty, you know, bosses will be a lot easier, you know. And I think that's what I'm going to do with every God of War game. I think I might just put them in easy just so I can ease my way into it and just play through it. Because I'm not playing through it to have, like, a omega hard time, okay? I'm playing these games to have fun, to understand the story of Kratos and all that other sort of stuff. You know what I mean? So I think that's what I'm going to do. But, yeah, that was God of War Chains of Olympus. I know I didn't upload any shorts today. It's because, again, I'm getting a little slack-a-lacky, you know what I mean? I'm not... Well, I am putting my weight behind it, but it's like I don't want to overwhelm myself with uploading 5 times a day, and I'm starting to see a little bit that maybe uploading 5 times a day most of the time, or even just every day, is stressful. And also, I mean, that doesn't mean I'm not going to do it again. I am going to do it again. I am going to upload 3 streams or 2 streams and then 4 shorts or whatever to get all my stuff out there. But I definitely am, like, starting to slow down. Also, it's also because of y'all, too. Like, not saying it's y'all's fault. I'm saying because, like, think about it this way, right? This is how I'm thinking about it. If I upload 5 times every day, that's 5 videos people have to look forward to from me, right? Which is cool. But I'm thinking about, like, y'all day, y'all, like, how much time y'all got and how much time y'all want to spend it with me. You know what I mean? Like, for example, you got work, so you can't spend that entire freaking 3 streams with me. So you gotta go do something, or school or something. You know what I mean? I don't want to waste too much of y'all time. So that's why I'm starting to, like, maybe pull back on the uploads a little bit and give y'all a little bit at a time instead of so much at a time, because it can be overwhelming, you know? So just want to let y'all know I am thinking about y'all, and I don't want y'all getting burnt out from my page, you know what I mean? So, and I don't want to get burnt out as well, so I'm also thinking about that too, like myself getting burnt out, because I kind of felt that way quite a few times when playing this. But I also, again, I want to thank the homie Rene YT for him being peak. Also, check out my Dragon Ball Z Cell discussion video. That is a great video. Check that out. There's a lot of emotion, a lot of feelings with me, Chris, and Lubit all in there and stuff, giving our thoughts. Great video. But one more time, I just want to thank Chris and showing y'all the video that really inspired me. Please check out this video from Rene YT. It single-handedly inspired me to come back to God of War, give it another chance, play Chains of Olympus, because now I'm looking forward to playing Ghost of Sparta, the second PSP game on in the God of War series. And I'm looking forward to playing God of War 1, 2, because I still have never played those a day in my life. And obviously replaying God of War 3. I'm looking forward to all that. And maybe looking forward to the newer games. Not sure how I'm going to feel on those, but I think I might just play those off camera. I'm not sure. Kind of like I did Chains of Olympus and all that stuff. But anyways, again, I want to show y'all peak, because Chris was peaking this day.
Help there, brother.
I'm sorry, bro, but this... Ronnie was fucking peaking, bro. Ronnie is straight peaking. By the way, I'm liking this video. Y'all, light this shit up, bro. I want to see this shit at 1,000 views, bro, by, like, I don't know what, but get this shit to 1,000 views. Please, get this shit to 1,000 views. Ronnie needs a video with 1,000 views, bro. Get this video to 1,000 views. This inspired me, bro. This inspired me. Just... By the way, Chris peeking, y'all. God damn, bro. Fucking peak. Let's see that video at 1,000 views. But anyways, guys, I gotta go now. I gotta watch Pip. You know, I gotta watch Pip / kind of shut the fuck up, because, you know, my neighbors are probably... Let me see if they're coming home. Well, they're not coming home yet. They're still at work, but, you know, I got neighbors that blast music if I'm, like, this loud, or have videos this loud for some reason, even though... You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So I gotta, like, kind of keep it down now, since I've been loud, especially in my cell video with Louie and all them today. And, you know, I gotta watch the fort, so... But yeah, I hope you guys all have a great day. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Leave a like, also comment, subscribe. Lord Dracon, Ash, Lucas, TNT Case in VR, Levi. Thank you, all of you guys. Oh, and S-Class, thank you all for coming. I'll see you guys in my next live stream. Play God of War Chain of Olympus. That's a great game. Also, just forget God of War Ascension ever existed, okay? Don't play that shit. Play at your own risk. I mean, shit, maybe you'll see something in Ascension that is not that bad. You know what I mean? I mean, it's not like the worst game ever made, but it's definitely not for me. But who knows? Maybe you might feel differently. And who knows? Maybe you won't, maybe not agree with me with Chains of Olympus. You know what I mean? Maybe you'll think it's a shit game. But I think it's peaking. So, take that with what you will. But anyways, also I want to apologize again for being so scatterbrained during this video. It's just that this game was fucking